A polygraph test, commonly known as a lie detector test, is a tool used to measure and record physiological responses that are believed to be associated with truthfulness or deception. While it's not perfect and is sometimes controversial, it's an interesting piece of technology often seen in crime investigations and other settings. Imagine you're going to a job interview, and as part of the process, you're asked to take a polygraph test. At first, it might seem like something out of a spy movie, but it's a bit more straightforward than that. The test itself involves several components and steps. The first thing you'll notice is that you're hooked up to a machine with a series of sensors. These sensors are attached to different parts of your body, usually around your chest, fingers, and sometimes your abdomen. The main goal is to measure certain physiological responses, which are thought to change when a person is lying or telling the truth. Here's how it works. The polygraph measures 3 primary responses. First is the heart rate, the number of times your heart beats per minute. Next is blood pressure, which measures how much force your blood exerts against the walls of your arteries. Finally, it tracks respiration, or the pattern and depth of your breathing. The idea behind the polygraph is that when a person is under stress or lying, their body's physiological responses change. For example, a lie might make you nervous, which can increase your heart rate or change your breathing pattern. The polygraph records these changes and then presents them as a series of graphs or charts. During the test, you'll be asked a series of questions while the machine records your physiological responses. These questions are usually divided into 2 categories: control questions and relevant questions. Control questions are designed to be neutral and unrelated to the issue at hand. They're used to establish a baseline of your normal physiological responses. Relevant questions, on the other hand, are directly related to the matter being investigated. The polygraph examiner then compares your physiological responses to control and relevant questions. If your body shows significant changes in response to certain questions, the examiner might interpret these changes as an indication that you're being deceptive. However, if your responses are fairly consistent across the board, it might suggest that you're telling the truth. It's important to understand that the polygraph doesn't actually detect lies. Instead, it measures physiological changes that could be associated with lying. Stress, anxiety, and even medical conditions can influence these responses, so the results are not always definitive. That's why the polygraph is often used in conjunction with other methods of investigation and not as a standalone proof of truthfulness or deception. Moreover, the accuracy and reliability of polygraph tests are debated among experts. Some argue that the test can be a useful tool for detecting deception, while others believe it's not reliable enough to make conclusive judgments. In some places, the results of a polygraph test are not admissible in court due to concerns about their reliability. In summary, a polygraph test is a fascinating device that tracks physiological changes to help determine whether someone might be lying. While it provides interesting data, it's not foolproof and should be considered as part of a broader investigation rather than a definitive measure of truthfulness.